Have you ever wondered about the story behind your daily cup of tea? It's a tale that spans thousands of years, full of legends, emperors, and even spies. Our journey begins in ancient China around 2737 BC with the legendary Emperor Shennong. As the story goes, he was boiling water under a tree when a few leaves from a wild tea plant drifted into his pot. Intrigued by the resulting aroma, he took a sip. That first taste was a revelation, and just like that, tea was discovered. For centuries, tea was a closely guarded secret in China, used primarily for its medicinal properties and enjoyed by the elite. It was even used as a form of currency. By the time of the Tang Dynasty, from the 7th to the 10th century, tea drinking had transformed into a refined art form. This was the era of Lu Yu, the sage of tea, who wrote the first ever book dedicated entirely to tea, called The Classic of Tea. His work detailed everything from how to cultivate the plants, to the proper way to brew and savor the beverage. It was during this period that Japanese monks studying in China first encountered tea. They brought seeds and the culture of tea back to Japan, where it evolved into the intricate and meditative Japanese tea ceremony known as San-no-yu. This ceremony became a cornerstone of Japanese culture, emphasizing harmony, respect, purity, and tranquility. For a long time, the rest of the world knew nothing of this remarkable leaf. It wasn't until the 16th century that European traders, primarily the Portuguese and Dutch, first encountered tea in their travels to the East. They brought small quantities back to Europe, where it was initially an expensive, exotic luxury enjoyed only by royalty and the aristocracy. In England, it was Catherine of Braganza, the Portuguese queen of King Charles II, who popularized tea drinking in the 1660s. Her love for tea made it the fashionable drink of the court, and soon, tea houses began to spring up all over London, becoming social hubs for men to discuss business and politics. The British obsession with tea grew so immense that it had a profound impact on world history. The British East India Company held a monopoly on the tea trade with China, but the massive demand created a huge trade imbalance. To solve this, they began illegally trading opium from India to China in exchange for tea. This led to the devastating Opium Wars in the mid-19th century. Desperate to break China's monopoly, the British sent a botanist and spy named Robert Fortune on a secret mission. Disguised, he traveled deep into China's tea-growing regions, stealing precious tea plants and seeds and learning the secrets of their cultivation. He successfully transported them to India, establishing the massive tea plantations in regions like Assam and Darjeeling that we still know today. This act of industrial espionage completely changed the global tea trade forever. Tea became cheaper and more accessible to the masses, cementing its place as a staple in households across the British Empire and beyond. It fueled the Industrial Revolution, with factory owners providing tea breaks to refresh and energize their workers. The story of tea even played a role in the American Revolution. The Boston Tea Party of 1773, a protest against British tea taxes, was a pivotal event that pushed the American colonies toward independence. From a legendary emperor's happy accident to a global phenomenon that shaped empires and sparked revolutions, the history of tea is as rich and complex as its flavor. So next time you brew a cup, take a moment to appreciate the incredible journey those leaves have taken to get to you. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more fascinating stories.